Hey, it's Steve here with It's a Hardtail Life, and today I've got an origin story. I was born in Vancouver in 19... Just kidding. It's not my origin story, it's the origin story of my first bike and how I got into mountain biking. In the summer of 2020, I had the amazing opportunity to film an introduction to mountain biking clinic with Color the Trails. Now, I didn't actually do any mountain biking, but I ran after them, I filmed them, I saw just how much joy and how much fun people were having, and I thought, I gotta try this out. So in October of 2020, Meg and I got our first mountain bikes. You know, we didn't really know a lot about mountain bikes. We just bought the ones that we could afford. You know, it had a dropper, it had big tires, they called it a mountain bike. So we're like, yeah, it's a mountain bike, let's go riding around in the trails. And, you know, that was that. Over time, I learned a few things while riding with my friends who are very generous to share their skills and expertise. You know, the Cannondale Cujo was more of a gravel bike with fat tires. You know, you can ride in Pacific Spirit Park, Watershed, but not really designed for like North Shore, like janky North Shore trails. But you know what? It got us started. It got us hooked, and it gave us a taste of what it could be. And, you know, we pursued it more. Over time, I swapped out some different parts like grips. I changed the grips because that wasn't working for me. I changed the pedals because that wasn't working for me. Here's what the original pedals look like. Okay, these original pedals were not made for riding in the trails. My friend said they weren't even good for riding in the city. So those were swapped. I upgraded the fork because, you know, I was doing things with this bike that it was never designed to do, but if you put a beefier fork, it'll kind of do it. Another one of the limitations I was running into was the brakes. And, you know, these brakes were designed for trails with less elevation change. You know, they were smaller, they had fewer pistons gripping the brakes, so they were basically weaker overall. And there were a few steep rolls where my friends were like, you should ride it slower. And I would say, I'm 100% on all the brakes that I've got. And they were like, you need better brakes. And I said, yes, please. Yeah, good times. I guess that's the cool part about mountain biking. Just get started. You can swap out the parts. You also have to replace parts. I broke a derailleur. I broke a hanger. Have to fix those. Well, I guess what I'm trying to say is don't worry about getting everything perfect from the get-go. Obviously, you know, ask around and do your best, but don't let not having the right stuff stop you from getting started. Anyways, if you like what you're seeing, please consider subscribing and follow along on my mountain biking adventures. Thanks for watching, and see you in the trails.